What happens if you combine drone level vision with AI navigation and bring it indoors? You get this, DJI's first robot cleaner, the Romo P. Hey, it's me, Martijn, and I test smart battery-powered products so you don't waste your money or time. Now, last week, DJI sent me something I never expected from them, a robot cleaner. Yep, that same company that makes drones, gimbals, action cameras, decided to make something to clean my floors. So, let's start from the top, the unboxing. Make sure you scan the QR code, as it's super useful to set up the robot cleaner in the best possible way. Then you'll find the documentation, power cable, cleaning solution with ultimately, of course, the robot cleaner and the base station. Setting up the robot is super easy. First, put down the base station. Then push the robot into the base station. Lastly, insert the cleaning solution and the floor deodorizer, which is located right next to the dust collection bag, which, interestingly, uses UV light to disinfect. We'll do a deep dive on the app later, but setting it up in the app is super easy too. After turning on the robot and opening the app, the Romo P is right away visible. With just a few taps, it's connected, and it's good to see that DJI continuously develop their software, as there was an update available right away. Now, we didn't discuss the big elephant in the room, the transparent design. Super awesome, if you ask me. Probably I spent more than 5 minutes just looking at it before even plugging it in. It's like tech art, part Apple, part aquarium. And then you realize this isn't just a gimmick. DJI actually wants to show what's happening on the inside. When the motor spins or the water system activates, you see the engineering. This thing looks premium and feels premium. I honestly can't say anything else. The transparent shell is generally different, like a collector's edition of a robot vacuum. Both the robot and the base station feel like a design piece. You actually want to keep this visible in your living room. The Romo P sits low enough to go underneath furniture, but it's still jam-packed with tech. At the front you've got the binocular fisheye cameras, the same type DJI uses in their drones for precision obstacle avoidance and sensing. And from day one I could actually tell it sees differently. When you turn it on, it looks around the room for a second. Not in a dumb way spinning around, but almost like it's thinking, okay, here's the environment, here's my route. And then it moves. Smooth, deliberate, like a drone flying low over the ground. And I threw everything at it. Cables, socks, toys, anything you can imagine. And it just didn't care. It avoids everything. Not by luck, but by recognition. It can detect objects as small as 2 millimeters. It's insane for a home robot. Low light performance is not a big deal. At night, with lights off, it still maps and avoids perfectly because of the lidar system that doesn't depend on light. And when it's done cleaning, it doesn't wander around confused like some others. It actually calculates the easiest route home. Like a drone plotting a return to home path. It's a small thing, but it makes it feel alive in a weirdly satisfying way. Okay, let's talk about suction, because 25,000 PA is the headline number. And yes, we've seen that on other robots too. But what matters is consistency. I've noticed over the years that some robot cleaners claim big numbers, but they lose power halfway through because of poor airflow or battery management. Here, DJI built what they call a straight-through air channel. Everything goes straight from floor to dust box, and in practice it feels strong. It picks up cereal, sugar, hair, all in one pass, even along edges. The dual side brushes extend just enough to sweep debris into the suction zone. On hard floors, it's flawless, and on carpets, it's good, though it's clearly optimized for smooth floors. And now, the mopping system. The Romo P has dual spinning mops that can slide outwards to reach edges and corners, and then retracts when not needed. And they are thick, high-density pads that actually hold water instead of just getting damp. It automatically soaks, rinses, and even adds detergent, something that DJI calls the greasing mode. You can literally see the mops turning darker as they pick up dirt, and then it goes back to the dock and washes them like a mini washing machine. Here's the crazy part. The dock cleans itself too. 4 high-pressure water jets rinse the entire tray. It vacuums out the dirty water and then it dries everything. So when they say 200 days maintenance-free, they're not exaggerating. But you do have to refill the water tank and empty the dirty water tank. And good to know, the robot lifts the mops automatically when it detects a carpet. That's good because then it doesn't soak it. But during the first run, it didn't detect the hallway carpet and only partially the carpet around the couch. Now luckily the app updates the map in real time, so it did detect it later. I also wanted to do a little bit of a manual touch-up in the app, but I couldn't figure it out, so that's something to keep in mind. We've been talking about the app a few times so far, so let's dive a little bit deeper into that. The DJI Home app feels familiar if you've ever used their drones. Everything is visual, mapping, precise floor plans, live positioning, and a lot of settings. You can set, for example, zones. You can schedule cleaning times, select detergent intensity, and even switch between obstacle avoidance profiles, standard or cautious. I tested them both and the standard profile is perfect for those everyday runs. And cautious is great for rooms with a lot of clutter as it slows down a bit more. The app also lets you toggle quiet mode, turbo mode and degreasing mode. And about that quiet mode, DJI uses what they call a 3-stage noise suppression system. It's not silent, but it's a low hum rather than that screaming jet sound that you get from cheaper robots. You can still have a conversation or watch TV while it's running. And lastly, battery life. It's solid because I had about 50% of charge left after cleaning and mopping my 55 square meter floor in the standard modes. So, after a full week with the Romo P, I'm impressed. DJI didn't just slap a logo on a random robot cleaner. They built this from scratch with their own sensors, navigation logic, and design philosophy. So what happens when you bring DJI's drone intelligence into home cleaning? You get a robot that sees your home the way a drone sees the world. Precisely, intelligently, and just a little bit, tiny bit over the top. And honestly, I'm here for it. For their first gadget into the smart home world, I think they did a great job, and there are just a few things that I would keep in mind if you want to buy this one. First of all, the cleaning solution container cannot be refilled, so you're bound to purchasing new containers rather than refilling it. So that can become expensive over time. In the app, point 2, I wanted to try to resize the carpet, but I couldn't do it manually. Also, it did not recognize all carpets or the whole carpet in the first run. It's 200 days maintenance free. I totally believe that. But that doesn't mean you don't have to refill or empty the tanks. And lastly, everything is transparent or white, but the power cable is black. Kind of a missed opportunity to try to make it transparent or at least white too. Alright, I've got a playlist over here with other smart home gadgets that you might find interesting. Go watch it right now because we've reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. So I'll see you in the next one.